Welcome back, 2023 NXL Windy City Major. Matty Marshall alongside Rich Telford here on Go Sports. Fourth stop on the tour. So who's going to win this tournament? We got a lot of paintball to go, though. Hurricanes taking on the Saints, and Infamous taking on Legion here in this set. The Hurricanes with a win over Level this morning. But the Saints, Rich, they had a pretty good look in loss against AC Diesel. Only a 1-point loss for them.
Yeah, if they would have capitalized on all the opportunities in the match, Matt, I think they would have won it. Take a hard bounce over the juice box, getting checked. Looks like he's okay. 5-on-5 breakout, Matty. Saints first, both teams in the snake. Hurricanes first team to have a guy in the wedge on the snake side.
Yeah, Ripple looking to move up here and get into snake 2 for the Hurricanes. They're in the blue jerseys, and they are on the red side of the field, camp in a really good spot. Is at the wedge, so good look so far. With 5 bodies alive right now, as Pate's going to move up to get behind Ripple and camp here on the snake side for the Hurricanes.
Yep, and Hurricanes have 4 guns looking snake side, 1 gun looking Dorito side. And this is, I saw this a lot of times in practice, Matty, where teams were putting so much emphasis on the snake side with sometimes 4 guns, sometimes even 5 guns, that if you don't have, someone locking down the Dorito side or the other team makes a good read, that Dorito side becomes really open. 5-on-4 advantage now for the Hurricanes as Latin Saints lose their first player of the snake side wedge.
Yeah, Saints trying to take ground and get to that wedge, but unable to do it. Good zone control here for the Hurricanes.
Well, it was a little too late, right, Matt? Because the snake was already hot, that mirror was already hot, the god was already hot, so the move he was making was to a bunker that was kind of out of play.
Looks like another body coming off from the back corner here for the Saints.
3-on-5 advantage here for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes are just so mature for a kind of a young and up-and-coming team, you know?
They really are. Well, these are a bunch of grown men, right, on this team, and as I like to say, blue-collar ballers. These dudes all got regular jobs and regular lives, and then past years they've been really working at this craft that we call high-level paintball, and they've been highly impressive since they came into the league.
And honestly, there's such a good team that, as a coach, I want New York Extreme only, practicing against the top 6 teams. But because the Hurricanes are such a good team, we're going to really try to do something to get them up to GG Sports Park so we can have a practice with them.
Hurricanes have made every Sunday this year 2 7s and a 6, currently ranked 7th overall. I mean, that's, for a second-year pro team, that's amazing.
And the big thing I see from the Hurricanes is not making mistakes, right? Like, yes, whatever. They don't have the super athletic roster as some of the teams have. They don't have the young team that some of the guys have. But they just don't make big mistakes, right? They go out and consistently play really high-level paintball, and they're not at the level of all the other teams, right? None of us are. So they lose some, but it's not because they're going out and they don't understand what to do or where to do it. They just struggle to execute it sometimes against a team that's better than they are.
Yeah, and they smother teams. You know, when they get up a body, like you said, they don't make those mistakes to allow you to counter most often than not, but
that's a really good point. It's almost like in jiu-jitsu when we got like a lot of pressure on you, right? They're constantly putting pressure on you. You can't relax. You can't make any mistakes because if you do, they capitalize on you. It's just like a really heavy blanket hanging over you.
Yeah, so when you play the Hurricanes, that's kind of what you're dealing with, and they've proven to be able to hang with these top teams now. And also, they're also a team because they know, they haven't won tournaments yet at the pro level. They know they have work to do, so they're not going to come in and take the Saints lightly. You could say, oh, why are the Hurricanes with this big body advantage not just running down and trying to take big moves because they're there? It's like, well, because they don't need to. Look at how calm and composed they are cross field, keeping the count, just like I said, smothering their opponents.
And I don't want to blow up Mike's head any bigger than it already is. Everyone knows what a great job he's doing on that team.
Ooh, they let Daniels make a nice little run through on Ripple, but they still had the zone control. It only cost him 1 body.
If you're a team like the Hurricanes and you go out and you have to work as hard as you possibly can to beat the Saints, you're going to learn as much as you can about that field and about your players and about the communication. If you go through and kind of like was it Diesel that played the Saints the last time, they just kind of cruise control and all of a sudden they were like, oh, hey, we're barely winning this match, right? Like we're just smashing these guys because we were going to smash these guys, but we're not taking the time to really evaluate this field and get the most out of that. If you look at, when you're the highest ranked team and you're playing the lowest ranked team, if you look at that kind of as a practice, like, hey, we are trying to win, but we want to win by learning, like, hey, let's do the snake. Let's push the drills. Let's push the middle. Let's hold back. Let's do a heavy breakout. Let's try as many things as we can. So when we're playing against a team that's higher ranked.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. But it's interesting, too. But things are going well when you have 4 alive bodies.
Checking the one guy out.
Saying, hey, you guys are going to concede? We're all alive over here. None of us, there's no way that all 4 of us have hits on us. So you might as well just concede. Oh, we'll burn some clock if you want to burn a little. 10 seconds? Okay, cool.
We'll go home right now. Not scared.
Yeah, just Hurricanes are a threat, man. They are a threat. Now, still a lot to go, and we did see signs of life out of the Saints. But I think that's another thing, too. Again, the Hurricanes, they're not sleeping on teams. They were definitely watching that first set where the Saints put up some points against a very strong Diesel roster. So they probably had a meeting and said, hey, let's not take these guys lightly. Let's go out here and make sure we're capitalizing on the things they give us, create opportunities with our game plans and our moves, but no matter what, let's not think we're going to smash these dudes off the field.
Yeah, and thinking back to that last point that they played, it didn't look like any of the Hurricane players had any pressure. They were just all relaxed, calm, and composed. And, man, if you can play like that, it makes a big difference.
Well, after the first couple of sets, I was really excited for this matchup because Legion looked like themselves again in their first win against Aftermath. And Infamous, even though it was a 1-point win against the Bears, they looked real good all the way across the field. And they're going up a couple bodies early here, Rich. They got Jonah back into the snake. Joe Barrett with a nice, I like this aggressive play up the middle of the field and stopping Karslev. So that was going to be kind of the question. Karslev was doing anything he wanted to on that D side for the most part in their first match, and they get a kill on Sergey. So this is a perfect point.
How is anyone going to stop Karslev? That's, I guess, how you stop Karslev. Joe did take a hard bounce in the leg going up there, so he might want to look at either a different timing or a different route, but Joe going up there definitely stops Karslev from going past that D3.
Just one body left alive here for Legion. Back corner bunker on the D side, but his life should be limited as Jonah Jamrose is going to get that free kill. Jonah's been playing very high-level paintball here in these first couple looks for Infamous in the snake. Patient has also been good for them. Their D side has been playing great.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I love it when young players come up and they're really, really good at paintball, and they're also nice guys.
Yeah. Well, it's just, if Infamous can keep this going, and again, it was a close game against the Bears, but they just look so good with those 4 unanswered points because their D side, so they have Sam Silberg, Nate Schrader, and Tim Russell back over there. All 3 of them were playing great. And then in the snake, they had either Jonah Jamrose or Zach Patient playing great. And then Barrett super solid. And then Callie, Thomas, I mean, everyone was playing pretty well for them. So we'll see if they can keep it up. They got a real deep roster. And it looks like
a lot of depth. And like I said, they had 10 solid guys that practice grinding out for an extra 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. So, Travis getting the most out of his guys. A little bit of a slower start here for the Hurricanes on that D side, but they make it in clean everywhere. So 5 bodies alive right now for the Hurricanes. Didn't shoot anybody, as the Saints have 5 bodies alive, but they didn't take any ground up the field. Little outside wide. It is a risk to send bodies outside wide, and they decide to go to the Landry Logistics bunker in the back corner bunker, or a back corner bunker snake side. One of the most important bunkers on this field.
Yeah. What do we know about Landry Logistics?
So Logan Landry, who used to play on the pro field with PC Katana, has a successful logistics company out of the South.
Nice, thanks.
We're going to have him actually come up here and help call a set, but they've come in as a sponsor. So if you need to move things around the country, Landry Logistics, he's your guy. It's always great when you see former pros have success in the real world, like, Pate Smith is helping sponsor as a...
I like that we have lawyers and logistics specialists on our side now.
And also shout out to Goose Island coming in as a sponsor for the 50 brick.
And obviously we love our beer.
Oh, body coming off from the backfield here. Is that Britt? I think it was Britt taking the walk.
Britt's going to have to get cut. If you die early on the Hurricanes, they cut you.
Well, they do Pate and ripple into the snake. But that back center is a pretty legit bunker, and it's a good spot to be in, especially if you're up on points.
Yeah.
Couple moves from the Saints on both sides are going to bully their way here into Snake 2, and then also into the outside D3. Oh, but then just gets scalped right away. Yeah, looking around.
I don't like Pate's fill into Snake 1. I would have preferred Pate to fill out to the Snake corner instead. Because if the Saints player would have just crawled all the way down, he could have got both of them. Retreat over there on the Dorito side from the Latin Saints player. Going from the Dorito 3 back into the wing. 4 on 4 here. Hurricanes with 2 players in the snake. Saints with 3 across the back line and the Dorito wing.
And now Nick Ripple going to hit the deck, crawl up into Snake 2. Looking for that crossfield shot on the wedge. Looks like he's going to get it.
Yeah, he was just kind of standing there, not really shooting his gun, not really sure what to do, I think, and got caught. Hurricanes with 3 snake side, 1 in the D corner. The one guy in the D corner is on the island, which means he's really got to stay alive. And if he dies in this situation, it's going to give the other team a big advantage.
Yeah, good communication. I like the communication we're seeing out of the Hurricanes. They're going to get another kill out of the tower. Just trying to figure out where these last bodies are. Don't know if they are aware that Fuentes is in the snake here for the Saints.
They do not, because he just got a kill across the field.
He gets that kill across field.
Yeah, you cannot have good teamwork I can't say you can't, but it's very hard to have good teamwork without good communication. And the Hurricanes are demonstrating both their communication and their teamwork here.
Well,
With
three bodies here towards the snake side for the Hurricanes.
all playing D side though, right, Matty?
Yeah,
Kind of weird.
they're all looking D side.
Because no one's stopping Fuentes from going down the field and killing all three of them.
I mean, he can't be. Fuentes can't be feeling any pressure right now. There's
No,
nobody
not at all.
looking his way.
No one on the D side.
But I don't think he knows the count either because he's still shooting. Is there one more body over there? I don't
No,
think
it's 23.
So. Yeah, that's what I thought. Always tough to keep the kill count.
Yeah. There's always one or two bunkers we can't see, too.
So he just asked him. He's like, how many are? He's like, I don't know.
More than one, less than five.
Yeah, they got that right. Oop.
Oh, good job throwing that pot out so he knows exactly where you're at in the snake, Fuentes. Very clever.
Yeah, did you see as soon as he threw that pot out, a Nick Ripple immediately started talking?
And now is engaging down the tape instead of looking inside. Yeah. Earlier, he could have crawled up and shot Nick Ripple right in the butt. There's nothing Nick could have done about it because him and Pate were both looking Dorito side. But by Fuentes throwing that pot out, showing him exactly where it is, Ripple now knows that, hey, all I got to do is keep this guy here. If he can't go anywhere, they can't win.
Yeah, everyone's having the where is he conversation right now.
They're missing one body, right? They think they're missing one more body. They think it's a 3-on-3 when it's really a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and the Hurricanes still have this lead, so...
Hurricanes is looking to make a move inside highway. Nope. That's the move here. If that guy's in the corner, a lot of times the guys go highway. Maybe that's why Pate's in snake one instead of the
Well,
corner.
if Ripple can win this gunfight left-handed right here, they should be able to easily win this and finish this point off. Camp is still playing like there's a body at the 50 almost on the D side. I mean, that's how tucked he is in from that spot.
Yeah, but Fuentes isn't playing like that, right? Because he'd be dead from that cross shot.
Well, no, I'm talking about Camp. So
sorry.
Camp's posted up down the D side as if there's a body at the 50-yard line.
Yeah. Hard defense on the Dorito 3 or 50 brick. Pate's keeping Fuentes in check from going highway. Fuentes wants to go highway.
Yeah, I mean, Pate he's popping the top, but he's doing it smart. He's keeping his loader tucked in. That little nipple on the top of that lay-down door.
I don't think you can say nipple, Matt.
I'm just trying to be descriptive.
Yeah. Oh, they mean the supple nipple at the back of the snake one?
Well, Pate
inside.
looked like he was thinking about going highway for a second. I think he's just looking off in that inside lane.
And this is where I would give a little bit of criticism to Hurricanes, which I usually don't do because I'm so supportive of them. But in a 3-on-2 here, I would expect these guys to figure out where the two were, press a little bit of an advantage, and can take some control. They're not putting any pressure at all on the Latin Saints players, so they can literally stand there, figure out where the bodies are, and make a good run, right?
Yeah, I think their Hurricanes are at least possibly trying to sucker them into some sort of trap. Hey, I'm not shooting at you, so make a move. Oh, cool. I was actually watching that lane.
He just shot Pate. At least he's calling that he shot Pate. Pate's getting the check. No, Pate's okay. Just missed his shot, I guess.
Well, Pate now knows that he's moved up into the wedge. 2-on-3 situation in favor of the Hurricanes. Interesting tactically, though, because of where they're all lined up. Ripple's down to his last pod. I don't see any paint on his back.
No.
Camp still's loaded up. Camp has 4 clips on his back.
At any time, he can go forward and trade out. As soon as the wing guy is not covering Fuentes, the move is there.
Pate also still has some paint left. And we're down to 4:30. Their longest point of the tournament so far. Trying to keep us on schedule here, Rich.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And again, everyone on both squads is focusing on not making a mistake here and not losing the game. And part of our focus has to be on winning the game. Not just hoping the other team loses, but actually, forcing the other team to lose by putting pressure on the other team and forcing them to make mistakes. If you let guys just kind of sit there, then this kind of thing right here can happen.
Oh, he does get the drop on Ripple. What a beautiful job. And then Camp eats him up. Camp thinking, hey, did he trade out with me? We're going to see a penalty. We are going to see a major penalty assessed on the Saints.
Yeah, that was a good penalty. He didn't know he was there. He turned his gun back.
Yeah.
He made a great move. He just didn't know the wing was there or didn't play as if the wing was there.
I don't think there was any bodies left.
Nope.
For the Hurricanes, though, to get that point.
Well, the Hurricanes get the point, and then the Latin Saints will probably start a body down there.
Yeah. That was a very interesting, long tactical point.
Yes.
Which, again, kind of tough when it's unclear who's alive, who's dead, where everybody is. They obviously all figured it out eventually. And you know what? Hey, the Saints had to make a move. I like the move that he made. He got the drop on Ripple.
Yep.
Just got, bad shake on a penalty is what it is.
And great opportunity for Mike to go back and watch that video and kind of talk to his guys like, hey, listen, no one shot at you, right? No one shot at you. No one shot at you. So start, opening up that pocket a little bit.
Again, it's just tough because, yes, I agree. But, now they're in a situation you do get that penalty. And now that forces your team. Now you're down by 2 points, not a lot of time left, and you basically are throwing the next point away as well. Maybe not. We have seen 3-on-5s pulled off in these, power play situations, but it's just very rare. Jumping back into, so I'll tell you what, Infamous and Legion have had a long time to think through their plans for this next point.
Legion, Snake on the break. Looks like Zach's getting the check. Red Legion is in there clear. Zach took a hard bounce, and it did not bounce. So Zach taking the walk. 4-on-5 advantage here for the Red Legion as they push into the Snake wing, and the Snake corner. Infamous with nobody in the Snake corner. That's a bit, here comes the penalty.
Yeah, minor assessed here on Legion.
Both Snake guys got shot. One guy just tried to play on with it and got caught.
And that pulls out the big killer for him, or one of their big killers, Alexander Burnikoff in that back corner bunker.
And if you look the way Thomas is inside from the juice box and Callie's in the back center this way, had the Snake player from the Red Legion stayed alive, he could have gone down and probably won this point. But no. Infamous up in that inset Dorito over there on the Dorito side, Mag, looking to go forward to that brick.
Yeah, Sam Silberg getting a spin over there. Really far up the field at that D4 position. And Infamous, kind of in the same position the Hurricanes were in. They have a 1-point lead. They don't have to go forward. Not feeling a ton of pressure right now with the body count. It's a 3-on-4.
Oh, 3-on-4, sorry.
Yeah, 3-on-4 in favor of Infamous.
Yeah, Infamous with 3 across the back and 1 attacker in that forward Dorito. Red Legion with the Snake side wing looking D side, the Snake insert looking Snake side, and the Dorito looking Dorito side.
Yeah, so Silberg's mirrored up with Karslev on that D side. Ryan Hall getting a spin. He's behind Sam Silberg.
Oh, Thomas. Ooh, did he not just get shot there? Yeah,
he did. That's a tough death.
Yeah, that's in a penalty.
Oh, God. Minor penalty assessed on the veteran Thomas Taylor. That's going to pull out Callie Rudolph, and it turns a 4-on-3 into a 3-on-2.
Yep. Yeah, Thomas switched gears, started looking outside to go offensive, caught one, made a bad decision to come back out and shoot the gun again, and just right there the ref caught him.
Yeah, and Ryan Hall had to come over to that back center to stop the bleeding, but as soon as he came off that lane, Karslev didn't miss a beat, dropped the hammer on Silberg, shot Ryan, and then was able to hit the buzzer, and now we got to have ourselves a tie ball game.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for Thomas to get that penalty.
Well, it was tough because he was looking to Dorito side the whole time. They switched him to look Snake side, but he has no idea where they are, and the first time he looks over to see where they're at, he catches one, not sure if it broke or not, comes back out, and then decides to get the check, and it's just half a second too late.
Well, making it quite interesting here, but probably going to see a regular X-ball match with 2 minutes in between points in that game because of how long that last point just took here in this set with the Hurricanes now up by 2 over the Saints. Saints, not a lot of time left, still a little bit. Timeout
like
called.
Hurricanes owe us like 2 or 3 minutes of our life back.
Yeah, so yeah, it was kind of questioning on that penalty. I didn't have a good angle on it. It was a major assess. Looks like Lauren might have some info for us. Lauren, what do you got?
Yeah, the call has been made. It was a major penalty on the Latin Saints, so they'll be starting 2 bodies down. It was just for playing on.
Yeah, it's a tough break for the Saints. They do look better here at this event.
Yeah,
they do look like they've been some work in.
We've seen them. It's just so hard when you're at the bottom, right? Everything's harder for you, right? Harder to get money, harder to get players, harder to get time. And then you get to the events and like you show improvement, but it's hard to stay positive, hard to stay focused. They just have to understand that every single team in the league started kind of similar to the position that they were in and figured out how to, do what they needed to do to be successful. Saints will be starting here with 3, giving them a slight disadvantage here on the break.
Well, 10 seconds to go. One team at the end of the year will get relegated down to the semi-pro division. So if I'm Uprising, the Ironman, or Legion, I'm hoping the Saints lose all their games again.
How crazy is it, though, that the Ironman and the Legion are in that group of 3?
Yeah, I mean, the Saints have 29 overall points. Uprising's at 136. So, I mean, it's not that close down there. But with still 2 events to go, you never know. And Saints going to try to get outside wide Snake side, able to make it clean. But Nick Ripple's been pretty much unstoppable as far as getting into the Snake.
Yeah, and he's playing it really, really smart, so it's not like he's going to get shot out of there sloppy because he's just going in there and doing work. Gets a kill.
Yeah, with 3:30 left to go, quick concession here from the Saints. as the Hurricanes, with the full complement of players, cross the field. Things were not looking good, so they're going to spot them that 3rd point, reset. You know, again, we're on a substantial power play, right?
Yeah.
3 on 5, might as well just, once you lose that next body, concede it, get back to 5 on 5.
Or even if your 3 guys go out and lock up in defensive posture, right? Like, hey, sorry guys, we're down points. I can't have you guys go hide in the pocket.
3:30 left.
Yeah, can't have you hide in the pocket and hope somebody else shoots somebody.
So, hey, listen up.
See what the Hurricanes got going on.
We're adjusting the play. Nick, you're still going to go snake. Hey, Britt. You ready?
So it looks like Britt Simpson's going to be getting a spin on the D side most likely. I mean, I think it's just going to, until somebody figures out how to shoot Nick, why not just have a Stadios Nick Ripple getting into the snake off the break?
Yeah, I mean, more people are making the snake by far than are getting shot, so every team, theoretically should be taking that risk.
Well, Jonah, speaking of guys getting in the snake all the time, Jonah Jamrose is right back in there again.
And all by himself with nobody in the juice box, no one in the corner behind him. They have a lot of confidence in him.
Yeah, Infamous is still doubled up in that back center, but we got a running ref coming in. Maybe a penalty going to be getting assessed there on Brett Messer.
It's been a penalty.
No, it is. They're pulling out.
Okay.
Yeah, they pulled out Barrett. Penalty on Messer, pulling out Barrett. Minor penalty, so just 3 bodies out there for Infamous.
Red Legion now in the snake, Matty, so 3 on 5 advantage here for the Red Legion. Infamous with Dorito corner, Dorito wing, snake 3. Red Legion with the 50 Dorito, the center juice box, snake 1, snake corner, and Dorito tower. Oh, Jonas, when they put these fields together, there's a little crack, Matty, where the beam meets up against the wing, and players that are playing the inside of that are getting shot through that. Nate Schroeder now making the corner, fill from the corner to the tower.
Well, it was once Karslev saw those bodies come off and no one in the back center shooting at him, so he just walked. I mean, he didn't dive, didn't slide, literally walked into the 50-yard line and then got that crossfield kill.
Nate now has gone all the way from snake corner, Dorito corner, all the way to the snake corner. Made it all the way there.
He ends up getting peeled out though, and then Brusselback ran and trying to bunker out Karslev, couldn't get him.
Yeah, so it's 5-0 now. Red Legion advantage. Taking a 1-point lead here, Matty.
And we could see a lot of points scored in this one.
It's almost 11 minutes left, so it could get good. Hopefully we get a little back and forth action.
You know, the morning started off pretty clean. Didn't see a ton of penalties, but this past set and a half, more penalties starting to fly.
Yeah, and it's funny because traditionally the penalties are kind of from your front attackers. Here we've seen a lot of penalties from the back line guys getting dinked and just trying to switch sides, pretend like they're not hit, or not knowing and continuing to play.
But with the layout the way it is, that's not that surprising, just because you are going to be in a lot of gunfights from those back positions.
Yep.
I've seen a couple penalties on guys out of the back center not knowing they're hit. Some people are like, oh, these pros, they always know when they're hit. It's like, that's not always the case.
98% of the time, 95% of the time, but every once in a while they sneak in and get you. Infamous was shooting some really good practice paint. They drilled me on the sidelines, and I swore. I was like, oh, we just got a couple glancers. I looked down, and my whole legs are just bright yellow. Latin Saints taking a big bite on the D side, getting from the tower to D1. They've also got the snake side wing, snake corner, snake juice box, and back center. Hurricanes in their standard snake 1, juice box, back center, Dorito tower, Dorito 1. I think that these 5 positions is where the Hurricanes would like to play all of their points, right? They can protect themselves on both tapes. They can shoot the inside field. They can all communicate to each other.
They got 3-point lead. There's 3 minutes left.
Grind that clock.
Yeah, you know these guys are going to be running at you through these big lanes.
Cherry up to snake 3 for Latin Saints. Oh, he gets caught in the face through the gap, Matt. They're bouncing it off that wing next to the snake and shooting through the gap. Saints now lose another body and draw a penalty. Saints will be down to just 1 body here left on my.
There's a lot of bounce shots on this field.
A lot of bounce shots.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many of them be too much of a factor so far today, but yeah, look for those bounce shots to come into effect.
See, and this is, we were talking about this a little bit, not criticizing Hurricanes, but they're playing a little too tight, right? When it's a 5-on-2 and the guy in the wing is just standing at the top looking for someone to gunfight, you're not putting enough pressure on the other team, and when that happens...
Rich, they have not let the Latin Saints score a point. Just saying. But you are a coach, so, it's your job to be critical.
We talk about this a little bit. Like, as a coach, if you played 90% of a good point, I'm going to say, hey, great point. The last 10%, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, that's the coach's job, though.
Yeah, and if you're mature, you take that. If you're immature or you can't handle criticism, you don't like it too much.
Good communication from the Hurricanes. As moving up the field, trying to figure out where these last bodies are. Yeah, the Saints just having some problems with penalties out here just a little bit.
Looks like he knows right where he is.
Bell comes through, drops the hammer.
Oh.
Ooh, major penalty now going to be assessed.
Didn't look like he really spun, but I guess he did. It's like Saints will be starting down on bodies again, Matthew.
Yeah, it's Hurricanes starting to run away with this one a little bit.
So, and again, now Coach Matt is like, hey, we're up by 4 points, right? We're playing super slow, super methodical. Let's try something, right? Let's try a attack down the Dorito side. Let's try a move up the middle, something we don't usually work on.
I am down for that. However,
Yeah, you
it's the personnel. So
But he's reviewing it. So Rose,
they are a little beat up. He has, Mike Bianca has,
I know.
well, Stuart Ridgel only played, it looked like 1 point. He's dealing with a bad ankle. He's got some other guys, I think Bell. He's also, or I think it's Pate? Bell or Pate. Again, he's got some guys that are at like 70%. So that could also explain why they're playing a little bit
Yeah,
slower, at least
makes
right
sense.
now, especially with
Save it
the
for
lead.
Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, hey, we've made all the Sundays.
Even
Things
your
have been
bigger
going really
matches,
good.
right? Like, hey, if we're playing against a heavy hitter, I got to put you in. Sorry, man.
Absolutely.
tape that ankle up.
So I'd be down to try something, but I'd go to my guy. But how you feeling? You still at 70, or you down to 65? Where are we at right now?
What are you feeling in this match right now? You think Infamous, Russian, Red Legion?
I don't know. There's so much time left. I think this one could go back and forth. Both teams are pushing the issue. Both teams look really good on the D side and on the Snake side. I think Infamous looks a little bit better Snake side
Yeah.
from what we've seen so far today. But
Pushing down the Snake.
I mean, there's still 10 minutes and 34 seconds left.
Yeah.
And look at this though. Patient just
Zach
immediately.
feasting.
Oh, Patience just eating bodies up.
It's 3.
That's a 3-pack so far for Zach Patient.
Zach's so pissed off he can't shoot the other 2 guys right now.
It's like, oh, give me my 5-pack.
He's like, where's my... You are cheating me from a 5-pack right now. Just crawl all the way down. Crawl all the way down, Zach.
I mean, Patience living on the edge right now. I was
Yeah.
going to say, Zach, just hit the deck and crawl up.
Yes, thank you.
He's going to get an assist from, is that Thomas? Yeah, so
Yeah,
Thomas wants that last body. So Zach got the first 3 for sure and just kind of threw a nuclear bomb through very quickly. That's awesome performance there from Zach Patient here in the Snake. Really cracking things open. So this is what we were just talking about, right? So Legion with Karslev. Karslev's playing great over there on the Snake side. Legion did have a hard-fought battle, but a 3-point win against Aftermath. But they were little hit or miss on the Snake side.
Yep.
Whereas Infamous has been mostly hit Snake side, and it's been different guys. Jonah Jamrose has been going off. Zach Patient's been excellent. The guys playing behind him doing great. So I think on paper right now, I got Infamous in this match, unless Legion can step up on the Snake side.
And I think what it is, Matty, is like you don't have to win the Snake battle, but you can't lose the Snake battle. You know what I'm saying? Because the Hurricanes are not really winning the Snake battles, but they're alive in there every single game. So when the guys in front of them dead, technically they've won it, but they're not challenging it. You know, they're waiting until that develops instead of forcing it to develop. As long as you guys have, as long as the team has bodies alive on that Snake side, they have a chance to win this game.
In the pits with Infamous right now. Deep roster for that team, and looks like everyone mostly is getting spins.
Same line.
Spinning the winners. Hotline runs.
How did that snake look? Was he clean?
I mean, yeah, that line looked real good. Why not get him back out there? Point was quick, too, so it's not like they're tired.
Latin Saints are 2 points away from getting goose-egged here. Mercy roll of 6 points. If you have a 6-point lead over the other team, the match is over. Hurricanes at 4. Hurricanes starting with 4 because of the penalty, losing 1, so now 3-on-5 advantage for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes with 4 across the back, 1 in the Snake. Saints attacking the Snake side, up to Snake 3 now.
That's, I mean,
Drew
the
got
Saints
cornered.
only lost their first one by 1.
Yeah.
They cannot let this get any more out of control.
But
They
the
cannot drop another point
The
here.
Hurricanes have to play tighter in that Dorito corner. That Snake just ripped them apart. It wasn't even close.
Under a minute to go. Saints in the Snake here with the Hurricanes. Looks like they're going to trade out, though.
Yeah, Saints down to just 1 guy left alive, Matty. That Dorito tower over there. Unless I'm missing somebody.
Here comes Bailey. Bailey coming through, trying to put this 5th point up on the board, and he is going to get that crossfield kill. Might have got a little 2-pack here for Bailey to close.
Yeah. Nice
And
work.
he's going to hit that buzzer. Yeah, again, the Saints just couldn't. You lost the first one by 1 against Diesel. All these brackets are tough, but it's Damage, Hurricanes, Diesel, Level, and Saints. To have any chance of making Sunday and saving your year, can't have a blowout loss there. Because now they have to go tomorrow,
Tough.
and now they have to win one by 5.
Against a tougher team.
Just to get back to -1. So really,
I should say a higher ranked team.
Yeah.
It's coming back out. Going to be starting from the red side of the field. Red Legion coming back out, starting from the blue side of the field. Very closely contested 2-2 match here.
Yeah, again, I just think with what we're seeing Snake side for Infamous, they are going to have an advantage unless Legion can prove me wrong here by stepping up on the Snake side.
Yeah. This would have been a great event to have Smosh off.
Yeah, that's why it's tough for them, right? Because they have the 4, so you got Karslev's doing his thing, and you got Kirill over there with him, Sergey, and then Malloy, and Malloy's one of the best in the world, but whoever else they're putting over here on the Snake side is going to have to play as good as Patient, who's getting another spin here, or Jonah Jamrose for them to win this game.
Yeah.
Because it's a Snake. This is a Snake dominant field.
Hard not to put Zach back in after that last point, right?
Yeah.
And again, as a coach, man, you can't ask for more than a Snake guy going up and getting 4 pieces, because that means the next point, so much pressure is going to be put on him, you can try to do something differently if you want to. Malloy now into Snake 3 for Red Legion. He might be taking over the mantle here in the Snake, which is exactly what I would have him doing. He would be my first attacker.
But as we talked about, right, it's not just about your Snake player, it's about the package.
Yep.
What do you got, what 3 bodies you have going this way, and how are they going to do collectively as a squad?
100%. Infamous is struggling with paint, looks like, too, because I don't know if that's Thomas in the corner, but someone's struggling in that Snake corner. Can't shoot down the tape because they've ripped too much paint.
Yeah, that's Thomas.
Yeah, I think just because this event, the weather is so good, we're used to having like really, really brittle paint because of the humidity, and there's just no humidity. So I think teams are having to adjust to like their second batch or their third batch maybe.
Yeah, this is like San Diego weather.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
No humidity, 70 degrees.
Yeah, Modesto, San Diego, basically the same weather.
Yeah, totally.
Thomas Taylor taking the walk from the Snake corner, a little bit frustrated, had a hard time gunfighting because he couldn't get his gun up because he was breaking so much paint.
Ooh, Zach
gets
Patient
caught.
gets caught too. So doors opening a little bit here.
And I think those both came from that forward Dorito over there, Maddie.
Karslev's having a tournament, man.
Yeah, Karslev's on it. Malloy now taking up the mantle again. Like I said, on the Snake side, you know he's going to get kills. Kill out of back center for Malloy. Red Legion with 5 bodies left alive. Infamous with just 1.
Well, what did you just say a couple points ago? It may have even been last point. You don't have to win the Snake battle, but you can't lose it.
Can't lose it.
And so Infamous loses the Snake battle over here. The last body they have over here is at the door looking D side. So what does that mean for Malloy? He gets in there, gets a free kill, and I believe Ryan Hall in that back center. And now he's just going to try to get a crossbow kill on D2.
Yeah, he's trying to bounce it off the small Dorito into the big Dorito. But yeah, if Zach's just alive over here, Malloy doesn't come into their Snake, right? He can't.
Now, no one's in here with Malloy, but he does have a player in the back corner bunker.
Yeah. And he's talking to him, but he should be supporting him by playing over like Snake 3 standing on the top.
I would love him to be in that spot and then maybe get Sergey up or get Sergey behind him.
It's one of the things we worked on in practice is, hey, when we're in their Snake, you better be in our Snake, right?
When we're in their Snake, yeah.
Yeah. So 5-on-1 now, Red Legion advantage. 4-on-1, Red Legion advantage. 4-on-no-one. Red Legion scoring this point, giving him a 1-point advantage here through the work of Malloy on the Snake side.
Well, yeah, going to take the lead here, and still a lot of time left to go. This point's going relatively quickly. About almost exactly 7 minutes left in regulation time. Very close match. This is what we were hoping to see.
We were hoping for.
It is good to see Legion back looking like themselves again.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know we have production meetings before the events, and we talk about the matches and what we're looking, kind of projecting to see the teams do. And this is exactly what we're looking to see these guys do. So, we appreciate that.
I mean, we get 10 sets a day, 20 games, 40 prelim. I mean, I would like to see every game be a 1-point match, but
Well, that's because you're greedy, Matt.
So greedy.
You're super greedy. I would be happy with 21 of the matches. Just a little bit more.
just none of those New York Extreme games.
Ugh, those guys. The
Would
word.
rather have all those be, 6-0 New York
Exactly.
Extreme to versus whoever
6
they play.
zeros. I'd be happy with 1-0.
True.
Man, I've been working with those guys for a while now. I want those guys to. I feel like I want them to win more than they want themselves to win.
Big story in pro paintball right now. How good is New York Extreme going to be here at this event? They've had 2 months to prepare, essentially. We'll see them this afternoon. jumping into a potential mercy rule win here for the Hurricanes. They are going to be losing a body as the Saints pushing the issue up the middle.
And they have 2 players in the 50, although they do lose their snake attacker. If Fuentes would have been alive there, would have given a little bit more opportunity. Saints are just applying pressure, though, and it's working. They got another kill. Now they're all the way in the corner with another kill. Yeah, Saints came right down that D side. Watch that penalty, though, for that guy. Hopefully that Saints player did not just get himself a major penalty, because it looked like he got shot running down the field shooting people.
A little argument here in the start station for the Hurricanes is Saints came up blasting down that D side after the initial push started from the middle. Referee checking out player for the Saints.
Looks like he's clean, and we've talked about this in the Pat Matt, but we'll talk about it again. You know, when you're the lower ranking, when you're 20th ranking team, right, and you're playing against a team that's better than you, the more offense, the more you can change it up, the more you can keep them on the heels, the better you're going to do. And they've been playing these kind of slow, methodical points. That's the way they should be playing.
So let's get an update here from Lauren Kelly.
Thanks. Callie came off the field after that last point against Legion, saying that losing it was his fault. Joe Barrett told everyone to just take a deep breath. He said, "We have plenty of time. We're down 1 point." He asked, "How are we going to beat them?" Thomas Taylor responded, "We just have to play better paintball."
They just have to keep someone alive in the snake.
Yeah, again, this is a snake-dominant field, as we've spoken about. You don't have to win it on the snake side, but you cannot have that side lose.
There's a lot of stuff going to go on all over the field.
Yes, it's a paintball field.
But one thing that has to happen is you have to have someone alive in the snake corner or the snake.
And again, on paper, with the package that Infamous is bringing to this tournament and all the guys they have on this, oh wow, disaster strikes as 2 bodies immediately look around. Both Brusselback and Nate Schrader get shot off the break. So this is a big advantage for Red Legion as they're pushing up the field, trying to extend this lead here, 6:40 to go.
Jonah getting another spin, gets up to snake 2, misses the cross shot on the Drita side wing. Jonah doesn't have anybody behind him. Malloy is behind Danny here, Russian side, so Red Legion side, so Red Legion has an advantage here. Danny's got to go one more to get the shot on Joe Barrett there in the center 50. Brett with I think that was Brett, made a great fill, or it might have been Zach, I can't see, but made a great fill out to the snake corner and shot Malloy. Oh, and now Danny gets shot down the tape. Oh, yeah, where the Red Legion's weakness is their snake side, Matty.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Malloy's awesome, right? One of the best players
awesome,
ever.
like you said,
but
package.
It can't just be Malloy.
Package, right?
Yes, package.
You have to have 3 guys.
What's your squad doing?
Sergey has no idea that they're in his snake yet.
Jonah got to be careful here. He's going to have an opportunity to get some free kills.
Yeah, Sergey's been looking D-side the whole game. As soon as Jonah looks inside and finds out that Sergey's there.
Oh, free kill on Sergey. He's blocked out from that back center, though. Back center's going to have to run and trades out his body. Barrett dies behind him, though, as they blow up in the D side again. Man, these D sides. One-on-one situation. Brett Messer and possibly Karslev. Can't see who it is. He is on to Infamous's side of the field, but we got ourselves our second legit one-on-one of the day here. And this is a huge moment right now.
For sure. And Red Legion being up by 1, they don't have to go hit the buzzer, right? They can kind of put some pressure on Brett.
But he's on Brett's side of the field.
Yeah.
So Brett has to. He has to contend with them right now. I think it's Kirill.
Can't dive in the snake.
Kirill's really good at this.
I think it's Karslev.
Oh, it is Karslev. Kirill's walking off dead right here. Yeah, and if Karslev's out of the tournament so far.
Yeah, he has. If it was like golden barrel time right now, he'd be in the list for sure.
Oh, this would be a big if
under 5
Messer can win this one, that would be huge for Brett.
Yeah, he's been putting in the work he deserves. He's got 1 pod left on his back, looks like. Karslev all the way from the Dorito 50 to the center 50 now.
Yeah, Karslev's got a lot of bunkers to work with here in the middle of the field. He's got pins.
Brett's stuck in that corner.
Yeah, Brett's kind of stuck in the corner. I mean, depending on where Karslev goes, Brett could block him out with the Aztec and just walk up to that spot. But he's going to have to work for that.
Brett gets switch. Karslev switches. So they're both trying to lead this gunfight. They're both getting ahead of where they think the other guy's going to come out. So they can have paint there before the other guy comes out. When they don't have that, they try to reposition and get back ahead of him again, but they're both kind of playing the same game. A cautious leading from...
Now, Rich, I see a lot of pods on the ground
Brett's
here.
down
Brett's going to load his last one, but it's empty. I think he's still got 1 more on his back.
Karslev just loaded a full pod. Fresh clip. And is continue to apply pressure even though he's up by a point here.
Oh, and so Karslev gets the shot in on Brett Messer. Is going to win that one-on-one. Karslev's having a day so far, putting the team on his back on that D side. To go up by 2 here, be huge for Legion to go 2-0 on the day. It's been tough for them to win games in the prelims. Is one of the best teams ever, but currently sitting at 17th overall, a 19th at the first event, barely missed Sunday, 11th place at the second event in Texas, and then outside of Philadelphia, 15th place. So be a real good start for them here, Rich, if they could finish off this win. But man, that man right there, number 92, Pavel Karslev, has just been dominant on the D side, unstoppable over there.
Extra vodka for him tonight.
His beard's looking pretty good too.
Yeah, he is basically the only consistent offense they really have had for like the last, since Smotrov hasn't really been here. So a lot of pressure has been on him, and he's handling the pressure just fine.
Yeah, this would be, I mean, obviously they're looking good right now, possibly going to go undefeated on day one. But imagine if they had Smotrov here, and it was Smotrov and Malloy on the Snake side with Karslev playing as well as he is on the D side right now, with Krill and Sergey backing him up. Oof, that's a tough team to beat right there.
Eddie, how many?
Eddie's coming in. Let's go, Eddie.
Vasquez.
Yep, Eddie Vasquez, formerly of the Wild Dogs. One of the best players out of South America. He's got Diego in there with him as well, the Wild Dogs. Probably two of the most athletic guys I've ever coached. Those guys are all fast twitch muscle. There's no slow twitch muscle in either one of those guys. They get to full speed in about 2 steps. You know, much like yourself and me.
No, totally.
Just naturally gifted athletes is basically what I'm saying. If Miss has got their solid lineup there, looks like Ryan. What else is out there? Looks like they might be bringing Brett back in.
I think it's
Zach.
It's going to be maybe Patient and Jonah here at Snake side.
That's a good combo.
And then Callie in the back, Ryan Hall, and I think that's Sam. Sam Silberg.
Solid line.
Fast line. It's a very fast line.
Yeah, Red Legion has their usual 5 guys in here. Danny and Smotrov coming this way. Sergey going up the middle. Karslov going D side.
It is kind of tough for Travis because Infamous has a decent amount of guys playing well right now.
Yeah, it sucks to have so many good guys. Feel terrible for him.
Infamous doubles up the back center. They do risk Silberg up to the wedge. He makes it clean, but here comes Karslev, unstoppable so far. Onto that D side. He crawls up essentially into D4, looking towards the Snake side of the field. Infamous not in the Snake yet.
No, but they do have Snake corner.
They're going to get Ryan Hall out to the tower to try to help Silberg out.
That's kind of the split you want, Maddie. You want 3 on that D side, 2 on that Snake side. Oh, Sam's taking the walk. Thinks he traded out with somebody, but it doesn't look like he did. So 4-on-5 advantage here for the Red Legion, up by a point.
Well, Ryan Hall knows he has to try to get something done by himself on that D side as they sent 2 bodies that way, and he's the only one over there on the island.
He's got to get something done, but he also can't die, right? Because he is the island, and if he dies over here, there's nothing to stop the Red Legion from turning this field.
Yeah, especially the way Karslev's playing.
Yeah, and because Malloy's in that Snake 1, so they're not just going to be able to crawl down and shoot people. So the most important guy on the field right now is Ryan Hall over there in that D1. Play defensively, and that's exactly what he's got to do. The emphasis is on Zach over here in the Snake insert to fill into the Snake.
Another thing for Infamous, oh, they get a nice kill on Malloy. Don't see him die out of his spots in positions like that too much. Maybe a bounce shot, not sure, but he's coming off scratching his head, a little frustrated here. Zach Patient getting checked out. The referee, he's clean.
Red Legion to the 50 Dorito, Matty. 50 brick over there.
Karslev looking inside.
Yeah, now it's going to get real hard for Zach to get out of that bunker and get into the Snake. He needed to get out of that Snake insert and get into the Snake before the Red Legion was able to penetrate.
Karslev's going to get a little help. Krill's been staying really close to him. I like that 1-2 combo.
Yeah. They've been dating for a while.
Patient is trying to figure out a way to get in the Snake.
And the key here for Red Legion is Danny staying alive in that Dorito corner, in the Snake corner. If the Snake corner dies for the Red Legion right now.
So Patient screaming at Jamrose. He's like, get on the corner. They're allowing the corner to wrap around and try to pinch out Patient. Jonah has to get down the sideline, but he's also worried about trying to stop Karslev. So Karslev's going to move up. The Karslev gets blasted.
Take a bite, yeah.
Yeah, that's little. And they're going to lose Kirill. So Ryan Hall and the zone control here. Couldn't see if that was either Ryan or maybe Jonah did get that crossfield kill. Regardless, 2 bodies coming off for Legion.
Yeah, just
that's
poor execution over there.
And a big mistake because they're up 2 points right now with 1 minute and 22 seconds left. They're sitting on a win already. They don't need this point.
Just threw it away.
And here comes Zach's going to hit the afterburners, and he's going to get a little, maybe 2-pack to close. Nope, not able to get that last kill in the back corner bunker, so it's going to be Jonah and Callie, and then here comes Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall going to run in.
Throwing that point away, Matt.
Great job by Ryan Hall on that one. On an island with a beast in front of him.
See, for me as a coach, I love a point like that because now I can have a long discussion with my guys on what we're going to do in this situation in the future. And hopefully we learn from that mistake and we go forward, right?
Yeah, and you're talking about Legion?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Ryan Hall played amazing in that point. Great job. Jonah was going back and forth, even getting yelled at essentially by Zach. Hey, your mirror is wrapping around on me. Zach Bashan is tucked in that spot. It's like, get on the back corner. Jonah's like, you see Karslev trying to blaze these, trying to bunker out Ryan right now. So I'm not sure if it was Ryan Hall or Jonah with the crossfield shot. I don't think it was Patient because he was doing anything he could to stay alive.
It was Ryan Hall on the attack over there. Caught the first guy diving into their Dorito and then caught the second guy.
Yeah, it's great drops. There was Ryan on your screen right there. Excellent point. Again, just making Travis's life a little harder here as he's getting so much production out of different guys, but they are still down by 1.
Travis Domansky, master of the X's and O's over there. He's got 17 different game plans down there, 2 iPads, a couple overhead projections.
He called Ryan. Definitely send Ryan back out here. He's had a great point.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to send Sam back out there. He needs the wheels. I mean, again, at most, Brusselback's insanely fast.
Yeah.
Silberg's really fast. I mean, even Thomas can still run.
Joe and Brett, basically, are speed demons.
There we go. Thank you.
Joe's going to come over here and yell at me now. Oh, I'm super fast, bro. Sorry, Joe. Not looking for any trouble.
Everyone be aware of the time. This isn't on one guy.
Yeah, get him, Brett. Yeah, this is a big, big point. Hey, beautiful. Oh, she does not like that camera.
She's not ready for a close-up.
Give me miss my puppy. I bet you miss my puppy, too.
Yeah, Rich's dog tried to kill me when I went to go visit him in his house the other week.
Let's just say you surprised us both. The whole going out and getting the golf clubs, that's not expected.
So crucial moments right now for Infamous as they are also trying to go undefeated today in one of the closer battles we've seen so far. Should have another good one coming up here, the noon set. Tampa Bay Damage taking on AC Diesel, and in Houston Heat and San Diego Aftermath.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
There's the starting line. Legion trying to just hang on, take this victory, go 2-0 on the day. It'd be massive again for just tuning in. They have had such a hard time getting out of the prelims this year, sitting at 17th overall. Not how they wanted this year to go, but 2 more events here in the 2023 season. And at the start of this one, again, just a minute left. Can Infamous run into these guns? It looks like they are going to get a shot on Karslev, and they get Barrett all the way up to the 50. They take the snake off the break. They lose 2 bodies this side, so just that D side left alive. Oh, they're going to lose Silberg as well, too. Just 2 players out there to try to get it done for Infamous here with 44 seconds.
Ryan Hall all the way from back center to that Dorito. He's trying to make him win. Joe Barrett all the way to that 50. He's trying to make him win, but Red Legion with 4 across the back line, Matty.
Yeah, 4-on-2. Going to be a tall order for Joe Barrett as he cracks through that 50. About to get shot in the back, though.
Red Legion about to win their first match here today, Matt. Or second match here today.
Yeah, Legion getting cracked still.
Ryan Hall gets one.
Yeah, still with Ryan Hall as the last body. And now for Ryan.
3-on-0 now for the Red Legion. Going to win their match.
I was going to say, do they have enough time to run down there? I think I still got 10 seconds. They should be able to get in and put this 5th point on the board, which will give them a +5 on the day. See if Kirill is clean. Waiting for the thumbs up.
Looks like it, yep.
From the referee, yeah. So congratulations to Legion, undefeated, taking down the Bears. No, sorry, taking down Aftermath. 3-point win there, 2-point here, +5 on the day. That is going to do it here for this set. Stick around, though. Tampa Bay Damage taking on AC Diesel, and Houston Heat taking on San Diego Aftermath at the 2023 NXL Windy City Major. I'm Matty Marshall, and we will be right back.